Okay, obviously, what we want to do, we've got 12:30, 12:25. Mr. Feinberg is here. He had committed to us what we're hoping for 2 hours. So we've got a very lengthy 2 hours. I want to tell you that I don't think we ever covered this. The panel that's here to our left has been compiling the data that we are all talking about, taking all the information, all the facts. You're going to hear from them first. They have the facts that Mr. Feinberg needs to hear from us. He just heard some of that on his way here. So there's been some pre-meetings going on behind the scenes. We need to do several things. I think it's most appropriate at this point. We need to slow down. We need to pull back. I'm going to ask everyone to sit down so we can, because when we start, the mayor's going to go back over some of the preambles. So I'm not cutting anybody off. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the list that we've been discussing. The mayor's going to discuss a few minutes. We're going to go through a panel of folks that represent a lot of our Baldwin County businesses. For you folks from Florida, obviously it'll match up with what you have. We didn't introduce, we have Brian Parker, Valerie Day, and Tara Johnson. Y'all stand up, please. Let's give them a round of applause. It's very important that you know these three individuals are representing Congressman Bonner, Senator Richard Shelby, and Senator Sessions. They are here for you. They are listening intently, and they're going to report back immediately to the folks in Washington. So we have that going on. This meeting happens to fall when they went back into session, so they had to be in Washington today. And obviously you've met Steve McMillan, our state representative, Senator Tripp Pittman, who's been up here a couple of times. I want to go ahead and introduce Bob Higgins, is with our Economic Development Alliance for Baldwin County. Bob also serves as chairman of the Coastal Resiliency Coalition. Donna Watts, South Baldwin Chamber President. Linda Whitlock, President of Alabama Gulf Coast Chamber. And Bert Sanders with Grant Sanders Taylor. And Bert's going to give you more information. Over here, Mr. Feinberg, welcome. Mayor John Conyer from Foley, City of Foley. City Councilman Ed Carroll, Joni Blaylock, Jeff Sillers from the City of Orange Beach. And a representative from Mr. Sparks' campaign. So thank you for being here. Please report back to Mr. Sparks. And Mr. Bentley's office may be here too. Okay, Mayor.
Thank you.
We have some place.
Okay. Oh yeah, please. Sorry guys. I love you, but we just didn't get there. I wish we had. Okay. Somebody got to get me some coffee because I don't have a personality. So where's anybody refill this cup for me, please? I hate to drink in front of you, but I got to. I know you will. Okay, Mr. Feinberg's my friend. Okay, guys, he's in our house, and we're gonna act in that manner. Appreciate him being man enough. In our conversation last week, he told me he was sorry. He said, I haven't performed. I haven't done what I promised I would do. I will come down there and take the heat. Now that sort of, that pushed me back a little bit because I was angry. But I want you to understand, never been someone from British Petroleum say they were sorry or they made a mistake or they would come and face the heat. Ever. All they've done is come and be dishonest with us. So I give Mr. Feinberg credit for being here and taking the heat. Because there's some heat out there. I can see it. We can feel it. So thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm going to go. Y'all already heard, so I'm going to have to listen to my sermon again, so forgive me. Tell you what, let's do. Let's do our dramatic demonstration, the very first thing. What do y'all think that'll work? Okay. Everybody that has filed a claim with the Gulf Coast Claim Center, please raise your hand. Stand up. Just stand up. Everybody. Okay. All right. Sit down. Okay. So we have a room full of folks who have been in your process, and we have drawn the line. There's nothing here before August 23rd. Nothing, none of that matters. This is your day forward, okay? Okay. Everyone, out of all of those who received a payment, stand. Okay. 3-4% maybe? Okay. All of those who received greater than 50% of your claim, sit down. Okay. If you received greater then 25% of your claims sit down. If you receive less than 25% of your claims, stay standing. Okay, so what we've established is less than 3% have had any payments. You see the numbers. 50% is about the max they got on a claim, and some of them got 5 cents on the dollar. Okay, thank y'all. Okay, how many here have lost their home or their business? Please stand. Okay. How many on the precipice of losing your home or your business? Okay, thank you. If the Gulf of Mexico was a pasture, none of us would be here. Because there's very few farmers in this room. So I say that to help you understand. Everyone in this room depends on that beach, the Gulf of Mexico, and what it brings and draws. You know, we are the injured party, Mr. Feinberg. But every one of us in this room, including myself, feel like we're criminals. We all are committing fraud until we prove we're innocent. And you as an attorney know that's not the way it should be. The tenor of the letters we receive back, here's your money, take it, leave it, don't call us, we might call you. That doesn't go very well toward those of us who are fixing to lose everything. Man, just the humility in a letter of, we're sorry if you're not happy with this, we'll work toward reconciling anything to show us a glimmer of hope. But a letter that says you're out of luck, that's pretty hurtful. The Orange Beach Claims office, I walk in, and as mayor, I think, I'm not anybody special, but I think I should have the ability to get a pulse of what's happening so that I know how to help and deal with my folks. I'm told at the Orange Beach Claims Center they can't talk to me. I'm a government official and give me an 800 number to call. That's just not the way we perform our customer service at our businesses, is it, guys? There's no appeals process. We're at your mercy, literally at your mercy. You talked about moving into 6 months emergency money, then a final claim. If the final claim process is essentially take this or go to court. If we go to court, we lose because immediately the attorneys get 30 or 40%. So essentially, most of us can't afford to do that or can't afford to wait that long. So in a way, we're held hostage to the fact that, and I've seen this many, many times in the insurance industry and workman's comp with what I deal with, we have no choice but to take the settlement. No choice. And I think most people in that room would be in a situation they can't wait 2 years. They're going to have to take whatever they can get, whether it's fair or not. Where's my Sunday newspaper? Who's got that? Oh, yeah, here it is. This is a BP ad. I said I wasn't going to talk about BP, but this is relevant. This is a BP ad this Sunday. Okay? It says, BP is here in Gulf communities with shrimpers, fishermen, hotel and restaurant owners, helping to make them whole. You know where I'm going with this. I have asked since May 1st, what does make us whole mean? Give us the definition. They've never given us a definition. They've dodged and ran from that every way they could. The President of the United States says, I'm going to make BP make them whole. Mr. Feinberg, I do want you to answer this question. Can you or will you make us whole? Okay.
All right.
Yes. Now the question is, whose definition of whole? Our definition? Because I think you know we all have a vision of what whole means. My vision is prior to April 20th, I'm X, Y, and Z. That's where I think all of us want to go, back to April 19th. That's all we ask for. That's all we want. I don't have a claim that you can make me whole. I bought a boat on April 16th. It's been in the slip for 5 months. This was my year to start fishing with my son, who's 4 years old. Hadn't fished yet. There's no amount of money you can pay me to get that back. What I want you to do, and there's a whole bunch of us like that. What we want you to do is make these folks whole. We want you to take what you should be giving us and give it them. Because if you pay them 110% of what you owe them, you still haven't overpaid the community. We'd like a little bit more transparency, because we don't have feedback as to how, we have no earthly idea where these numbers come from. We really do not. When you have that black hole that you submit information and it spits something out and you have no ability to discuss or debate, it's beyond a helpless feeling. And I keep going back to the word fair. It doesn't seem fair. I think that is a consistent, I have heard over and over through my emails, my communications, is no one is our advocate. Where is our advocate? Bert Sanders here is a CPA who's handling hundreds of claims. I trust Bert. I know him to be an honorable man. And when he submits a claim in and they get paid less than 50 cents on the dollar all the way down to a nickel on it, well, if he's my advocate and you're only paying pennies on the dollar, where are you in the process? And when we started this, we introduced you as our advocate, our attorney. But I bet you, if I brought you a claim for 5 cents on the dollar as my attorney, you'd tell me not to take it. We don't know how this process came about. We don't know what happened in the Oval Office with President Obama and BP. Sounds like BP got the good, sweet end of the deal, because they're out of the claims business, and you got stuck with it. But it didn't put anyone that we can feel never to question your character, but you're in a no-win situation. And I know you want to be independent, but how can we be assured and how can we feel confident that you are our advocate when you're also the fiduciary of that $5 billion or $20 billion? We don't understand that, and we haven't seen evidence of that, because we all know what we think can make us whole, and it's not coming close to that. I'm going to go through this list of facts. You've already heard this from Mayor Kraft and the governor, so I'm just going to go through it for everybody's benefit. Facts as we know them. BP process was a disaster, and there's no platform for any type of future analysis. 4,400 plus business claims in Alabama pending, growing daily. Our season is over. Our reserves are gone. There is no available credit, and if it was available, how many of us would want it anyway? Because we don't know what the rules of the game are. We don't know how to plan for next season. We don't know if our business models even work anymore in this new economy and new standard. Little to zero communication on partial payments. Extremely frustrating. No response, not responsive. Essentially, all of the claim centers are nothing more but data entry intake centers, and they'll tell you real quick, hey, we can't help you. There's a mystical center somewhere in the Midwest that has all the answers. And that's sort of the way we feel. Not to be sarcastic, but you understand. We're at ground zero. This is the epicenter of financial loss. I truly believe there's nobody on this Gulf Coast lost any more than we have right here. Between Gulf Shores and Orange Beach tax receipts being down, we calculate that there's been about $110 million